Second run.
Do your spiel.
Hello, everybody!
Hey, guys!
What's going on out there in reality?
In reality?
We don't live in reality.
Never Neverland.
Yeah, we're in that ether.
Where we never want to grow up. We're just Toys R Us kids.
We live between the conscious and the unconscious.
Sorry, you're not.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Oh my god.
I wasn't sure why he was laughing.
Alright, keep going. Keep going.
Anyway, yes, welcome back to Power Trip. Kevin's gonna be playing a PS2 classic. To him,
We're not continuing Chaos Legion just yet.
yeah,
though.
not quite Chaos Legion or no Soul Sacrifice either. I have to bring that back. People have actually requested Soul Sacrifice more.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Yep, and I love that one. But we're going to be playing something a little different. This is one that's near and dear to Kevin. We are going to be playing Zone of the Enders, the second runner.
Ooh.
So it's technically game 2.
Yeah.
I don't know what the first one is.
Duh, hence the second.
Well, I mean, the title
Because
can
Zone
be
of the
elusive.
Enders, the first runner was the first one.
Well, it could
He ran the first time. Now he's running the second time.
Actually, you're a different character in this one.
Who cares?
Devil May Cry 4, you're not Dante.
Yeah. Because Nero was better than Dante. Come at me.
He was. Not Nero was much better
Come
than Dante.
at me, bro.
Dante was a douche. But it could be like
What?
So weird going back to these old controllers.
It's not that old.
Yes, it is.
maybe the first
I mean,
runner.
it's only like 20 years old.
Maybe the first runner was somebody else, and you're playing as the second runner.
Yeah, we're playing as Dingo.
Yeah,
Dango.
as Kevin already said, we're playing as a different runner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, see, the problem is. It's Konami.
No, there is no problem.
So,
the
like,
problem is him,
The problem is
Andy.
Persona
is trying to now convince us
Persona 2,
that he's sort of right,
Eternal Punishment.
but he's really not.
Oh my god, this was the age without subtitles.
Various forms of energy. So where does such energy
The music is typical Kojima.
It is typical, yeah.
Is the opening sequence going to be like 007?
It better be.
Ba-na,
Because this has Kojima's name on the cover, so it... Oh my god. There's at least snow. This is promising.
Oh, it's anime as
Yeah,
fuck.
it is.
It jumps between the two.
That's weird.
Yeah.
way too shallow?
It's mechs. Mechs and mocks.
It wasn't here.
Mechs and mooks.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, this is just kind of the... I can skip this technically.
Is it going to show it anyway?
I don't remember.
There are some games where they have an opening sequence and then you hit start to play new game and it shows the opening sequence.
Yeah. That was more of like a PlayStation 3, though.
Think so?
I don't think they really did that a lot on the older stuff. Ada Wong.
No! Fuck! Kojima!
This is detached backup battle unit, Ada.
Oh my god.
So the
Request control instructions.
the music is strange.
It's a very Middle Eastern like influence on some of
Sure.
it.
Oh, the Gundams.
Situation on
Basically,
Mars
yeah.
changed.
They're totally Gundams. Not basically, they are.
BAHRAM's war potential is
But
very
they're all
strong.
Balrams.
The Space Force
Ballram?
That's the opposing force.
Ballbass Bow from Virtual On?
Bombastic.
Admittedly, I was never into mechs. Like, I never
wasn't
really
either.
got into, like, big
Mech
old...
Warrior and stuff.
yeah,
I
Well,
didn't
Mech
either.
Warrior is a different kind of thing, because Mech Warrior is what if mechs were real, more
Simulator.
well, yeah, they were more like similar, because they were like the very oddly proportioned type ones, whereas like Gundam is the more fantastical style.
Yeah. But, like, even, like a lot of animes that had mechs, kind of, like,
I love
Gundam, I wasn't huge into. I liked Gundam Wing, but I wasn't huge into the Gundam series itself. Like I said, Big O, and I'm pretty sure
I didn't care for
isn't
Big O.
Gantz also mech kind of shit?
Yeah, there are some mechanical things in there, but like the big one would be Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah, that one was okay.
Well, that story is
See, like, I liked Bubblegum Crisis because it was more like powered suits.
Yeah.
And I'm alright with that.
What
It's
the hell's
not.
Bubblegum Crisis?
it's an anime.
It's an anime.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's why you probably watched what was it? Exo Squad.
Me?
Yeah.
No,
You did
never.
Exo Squad was like, that was mid-90s stuff.
Yeah,
I remember
I had
that.
all the toys.
I was gonna say, they had like toys.
I had all the toys, they were cool.
They were like action figure size,
They
but
were
then you put
little
little like miniature Micro Machine type guys in the exosuits.
The guys were like this,
Oh
but the
yeah,
mechs
and the
were
mechs
like,
were like bigger, like
but they
8
were
inches.
they were
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, they were cool.
Vic Viper.
That sounds like a porn star's name.
That's Nintendo.
Vic Viper?
Yeah. So the little ship in.
That's a Konami game.
That's right. It was a Konami game. I don't remember which one, but it was called the Vic Viper.
Oh, really?
I want to say
Look it
Life
up. You have a
Force.
phone.
I want to say Vic Viper was
Life Force was Capcom. It wasn't. That wasn't
yeah,
Konami.
you're right. It was one of the shooters.
Just Konami, Vic Viper.
Vic Viper Konami. Vic Viper is an unreleased. Okay, it's the Star Gradius' own signature ship. Is the Vic Viper. So yeah, I think it's Gradius.
I'm gonna jump into the game.
It's
I
from the
can't.
Gradius series.
I forgot how long
Boom,
that
baby.
intro is.
Yeah, that's quite an intro.
All right, circle confirms stuff.
That's weird. It's not the cross button?
Game caption.
Oh, thank you. Why wasn't it on?
I don't know why I wasn't.
I guess it just
triggering for the
defaults to
demo.
off.
Maybe just
defaults
for that
off.
opening sequence.
Yeah.
Thank God it had a caption thing though. But what was I saying?
Oh my God, the options.
And you can even go previous stories. You can learn the story of the first game.
That's
That-
really cool, actually.
The option sound effects and stuff like that, like when you click on something.
Metal
That's
Gear's-
totally Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Totally.
Even look,
Oh.
this is the.
Oh, it
it's
is.
literally the same layout for
It's
Metal
a-
Gear Solid.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same like font and everything.
And the
yeah.
green, everything. So
Yeah.
So, to my point, Persona 2 Eternal Punishment was technically the second game of Persona 2. Innocent Sin was the first game in that series. We never
No.
got Innocent Sin.
We got the
Yeah,
first one
no,
for
we
this,
didn't get
though.
Innocent Sin.
We
We
did
got
not.
we got Persona or Revelation series Persona.
Yeah.
is what we got.
That
as the
was
first
one.
Yeah.
Persona 2 had two
Was
parts.
Sin? Was
It was
Sin?
two parts. Innocent Sin and
Innocent
Eternal
Sin.
Punishment.
Gotcha.
We only got Punishment. So I thought maybe this
we got
was...
the first game.
Yeah.
You know,
I
that
think about
drives me nuts because then games like that are brought over to the United States or to the Western audiences and they say, oh, Western audiences don't like these games. It's because you're telling the story so fucking far out of
Yeah.
whack that it's like,
They'd be like
how-
jumping into Lord of the Rings in part of the Two Towers.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Oh,
like, oh, where
This
am
looks
I?
familiar.
Oh, son.
Now
of
it's
a-
the actual stuff though. It's
Wait,
not
though.
the.
But it's kind
Oh,
of like...
yeah, no. It's
Kind of like the whole Final Fantasy 2, 4, 3, 6 debacle.
Well, yeah, except for those are self-contained stories.
But even so, like, there is an actual 2, there is an actual 3. You know, like,
Yeah, but
why
it's-
would you do that to us?
That's all right. It makes less sense when the games are directly related story-wise.
That's true. Like, if we got Final Fantasy 13-2, but we only got 13-2 and it
Yeah.
was just called 13, yeah.
Oh, this does look really familiar. Oh, now
The
it's...
graphics were
now it's
amazing
stuff.
for when this came out.
This does look really fucking good, actually. I always
Well,
have a hard
it's
time
funny.
finding volume with these.
Well, it's funny because...
This game fluctuates a lot.
the graphics are still very like blocky and polygony, but because they're
They're very
like they're mechs and
stylized.
stuff, it makes sense. That is a big penis.
Look at that cockpit. Little hands.
I was to say, it looked like little hands letting go of a ting.
Wow.
But yeah, back to the point. Was never huge on mechs. I liked certain games, like Armored Core. I really got
That's
into.
mechs.
Front Mission. The Front Mission games were really good, even though that was mechs. But it,
But that was also turn-based RPG. That was a little bit
it
different.
functions as a strategy RPG, so it was a lot of fun.
20 to touchdown. Can't wait for the new season.
Position for landing.
Oh my God.
People on Mars can start getting excited.
Oh, that voice sounds familiar.
Yeah, I would say look up the cast because there should be a bunch of like familiar names in here.
That's unusual.
Oh, another game? Star Ocean was another one. We never got the first one, but we got the second, but it was called Second Story. But you're like, why is it called Second
Oh,
Story?
that's right. We didn't get the first one until the
Nope.
remakes, did we?
No, yeah, I was about to say Star Ocean 1 came out on Super Nintendo, and we never got it.
We
here.
got First Departure though, like
Yeah,
the
for the
remake.
PSP.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Junk.
Like you said, the games that come out here never make sense.
I reckon Tharsis is going to win this year.
Future Sports Ball. Oh man, now I gotta pay attention to Future Sports Ball too. That's the one thing like I will say about Kojima's games. There's always a lot of character to them.
Oh, very much so.
Like-
yeah.
Bingo, I think the
The dingo.
Fraction of the era.
Hey,
I say,
they
look how
said-
smooth it really
They
is.
just
really
say
does look
Metatron.
good.
Metatron.
That's the name of the ore.
That's so funny. It's the seal of Metatron. They Konami with their Silent Hill reference there. Eh.
Actually, I don't know who this is. Peter Bardo is Dingo?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Look
Peter
up some of the
Bardo,
stuff
like,
he's been
is
in.
he a voice actor? you
Yeah.
mean? Oh.
I don't care. Peter Bardo is in the Zone of the Enders, Sam and Max stuff, NBA 2K20, 2K19, 18, 17. He's in a lot of NBA 2K games and Sam and Max. And that's basically it.
Basically,
Oh,
a lot of
really?
voice acting stuff. That's it.
Could have swore he did some anime too.
He's Rune Factory, he was additional voices, he's Guan Yu in Dynasty Warriors, Mystic Heroes, he was a character. Yeah, he really doesn't
It's the only
have
thing
a
I don't like
huge-
about this beginning part. It's a little slow because these mechs aren't meant for.
They're not meant for walking.
Well, they're mining mechs. They're not meant for like travel.
Are you trying to?
I'm jumping. It
Oh,
boosts.
there you go. Even after the jump, it like takes time to recover.
Well,
from
because
the
then
jump.
the mecha, like the majority of them in this one are the more.
No, I'm just laughing because it's like it's funny that. Are you going the wrong way?
No, I'm hitting my head.
Oh,
Yeah, there's really no big name like
Oh.
things on this.
it's just funny because like it's slow if you walk, and if you try to jump, there's a way to like, like
Magically become slower.
yeah, like it's there's like recovery time which like
Like
makes
that.
you slower basically.
Yeah, it's very bizarre.
So what do you do now? Do you have to make a new step?
Ah. There we go.
Oh, look at
Jesus
that.
Christ. Well, it definitely looks like you're controlling a mech.
Oh, cutscene.
Actually, the one big mech game that I did like too was Steel Battalion. But
That
that
was a
one
simulator.
That one was a simulator, so
That
it's
was a
very
simulator. That was not a mech.
interesting. No.
That
I mean,
one's-
you were in a mech.
That one
but it was-
just I hated the whole concept. Like it was clever the first couple of times. Like if you don't eject, you lose all your data. But
That gets-
I got old after a while, especially with how hard some of the missions became.
Yeah.
Oh man, it doesn't move that quick when I play.
Right.
All I know is that the controller for Steel Battalion was like super huge, and it was super expensive.
Yeah, that
It
game.
was 3 segments, I want to say.
Yeah.
That we had to connect. It was, I think it was about $100 itself. And then on top of that, the
It's
game
still
was
sell for a
probably
lot on
60.
Yeah,
Oh, I would imagine it sells for a lot now, because I can't imagine there's a lot of them.
yeah, because it comes in a humongous box.
I remember first seeing that game at Software Etc. when my brother worked there.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, and I think he borrowed it or like whatever. Like you were allowed to like bring games home to test because obviously your employees needed to know what the hell they were talking about when anybody asked about a game. So, but yeah, I was never huge into it.
I see a huge ship over there.
Did you see? Angie! Damn. Warship? Must be BAHRAM.
See, this is one thing I love when like games do like the blend of graphics like that because that type of graphics
It leads. It gets
it's
itself
timeless.
better.
Yeah, and it tends to look better because back in this day, how hard would it have been to convey any form of emotion with those polygonal characters?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so like I think it almost gives it a more timeless quality that actually still stands up.
No, they destroyed my stuff. Oh no.
BAHRAM from Mars? How can you tell?
Get your ship down into
Because
the ditch.
Martians are assholes.
Stay hidden.
Yeah.
Wow, this like kind of like the sort of like in the Gundam the mainline Gundam series where it's Earth versus like space.
Mm-hmm.
It's Earth versus Mars.
Oh, okay. Mars Attacks.
Humans are living on Mars though.
Yeah.
Good morning. Ready for combat operation.
Fuck yeah, you are. You are awesome.
Well,
It's falling into the crevasse.
yeah. My God. I'll give it to him though, man. Kojima knew his shit when it came to cinematic
Oh,
experiences.
he was very cinematic, and
He
Yeah.
still is, but
He
like
is,
his
yeah.
games are kind of nowadays. Because I think it's one of those things where he always has to one up himself.
Yeah, but
and, like,
there's nothing wrong with that, though.
until you play games like Death Stranding.
Well,
And then you're like, yay. I mean, I get what he was trying to do, and the story was good, but the game is just boring.
It comes to a point when you start to sacrifice.
You start buying your own shit as an artist.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, and obviously, it's one of those objectionable things where artists are always their own worst critic, but when you start to love your art too much, you kind of develop an ego to the point where nothing you do is wrong.
Oh, sure.
So it's a cutscene?
Oh, that's really cool.
Cutscene inside the game.
But I'm
really
moving
cool.
it.
Oh.
That's kind of a cool
nice.
touch. So you're just waggling that schlong around it.
Yeah, but it's like that's the cutscene on the right, but the game is
but
actually
the game is
like
still going.
you're still playing the game basically.
They did an HD remaster of this, right?
Yes. No. I think it was only the first one.
I thought they did both.
You'd have to look. I'm pretty sure it was only the first one, though. Because if they did the second one, that means I didn't pick it up, which means I gotta pick it up.
Oh, cool. This is neat.